Okay, just going to take a closer look at this 1969 slap shot head-to-head game by Chicago Coin. I already did a video of this before. If you check back, search slap shot, you'll see me and Sean picking this thing up and testing it out and playing a couple of $5 games on it. But I don't know how well documented this guy is, so thought I would take a closer look. So obviously it's electromechanical, and it's got the original ashtray holder or cigarette holder. But look at this, it actually even has a tilt. Shows your score and shows balls played, and you get a total of 8 balls. And if it's tied 4-4, then you have to press the sudden death button for extra ball, and then this would light up and say sudden death game. We never actually got to play a sudden death game because I kept kicking Sean's ass. Actually, I think he kicked mine for the first few. Oh, let's throw on the flash here. So that is, I'm not sure what that button is. Probably the start button. Then, looks like there's a button just kind of dislodged in there and then another button there. So maybe, not really sure what those are either. But you can kind of see an outline of where maybe there was a decal that mentioned what those buttons were. And same with on this side, you can see an outline of where maybe a decal was. And it's the coin door and 1/4 for 2 plates, which is a pretty good deal. These are the original legs. I don't know, I imagine they were blue. I don't see why not. Matches. So probably original color. Then you get the hockey characters, and then the ice surface, and then the walls, which you can bank the ball off of. Oops. This thing weighs about as much as a pinball machine, maybe a little more. I got it in my SUV okay, I just couldn't close the tailgate all the way. But I just had to remove the legs. And then there's the ashtray for this player. So that's what it looks on the outside. I think I pretty much covered everything. Oh yeah, so there's a key here and another lock here. So you have to unlock both in order to lift up the hood. So this guy lifts up like so. And we're going to do that shortly. But here's your coin return. And then this, I'm not sure what that is. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Okay, so next I'm going to lift the hood and we'll take a look underneath. Okay, so here it is, with the lid lifted up. And then you can see there's a little prop bar there. It's got like a V shape cut to it, and then you just hook it onto the wood. It was like down here, and then just lift it up, and that's how you service the machine. So let's take a closer look here. Well, this is where we insert our coin. And this is the coin box. Actually, this is just sort of a lid where you can lock in your coin box. The original coin box is not there, but you know it is there. Some quarters from when we were playing. I'll take those, yoink. Okay, what else do we got? Player's light. And then a play meter that says there are 11,000 plays on it. Someone just messaged me saying they might be selling a Bally hang glider. I'm not sure who it is, but I'll check that out after. That's an oldie. Okay, so look at this. Tie game trough switch, ball lift motor trough switch, red score trough switch. So there's 3 switches in this giant trough. Let's see if I can find a ball for you. Here's what the balls look like. Oops. Okay, kind of like foosballs almost, but maybe bigger. And then, so one scores, then the ball falls down here into the trough, rolls over the 3 switches, and then back into the main trough. So that's pretty clever. And then, now my alarm's going off for an appointment, but that has been postponed. So there's like a chain gear here. Oh, so that's for when you're moving your player, I guess, when you're, let's twist the knob up top. Yeah, look at that. That's just for moving your player around. Interesting. And so there's a couple connectors and a score reel. It looks like, look at that little Chicago coin coil, N24 700-X. And what do we got here? Oh, here's an outlet for the ballast. And there's no starter in there. So that might explain why 3 of the 4 lights are not working. But then here it is on the other side. Got the ballast, the starter, and then the plug for it. So there's 4 plugs, 1 for each fluorescent light. So that's pretty neat. And then connectors for score reels. And I like the red score reel. That's pretty cool. And this says blue player score unit. Oh, and there it tells you which coil number you need. So that's pretty neat. And then same thing on this side. N24 700X coil. And look at that. Pretty neat. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Maybe we can get a better view. I'm zoomed in too much. But there, that's what that looks like. Obviously, it'll be the same on the other side. For the other player, red player. Let's see what all we got down here. So we got coin relay, lock relay, ball lift motor control, reset relay, blue score relay, red score relay, start relay, tie game relay, ball lift motor relay. Didn't we already have a ball lift motor control relay and ball lift motor relay? Then we got an alternating unit right here. Again, it tells you what coil number on there. Got our transformer and some fuses. More the connectors. Oh, and here we got adjustments. So for coins and ball, you can have 8 or 6 balls. Okay, that's interesting. Pretty cool. Oh, and then there's the prop rod. It even says, for service, lift up to support playfield. Oh, they even called it a playfield. I think that pretty much covers. Wait, here's the anti-cheat switches. Okay, so basically you got one horizontal and then one vertical. So if somebody's banging the machine around, you're going to lose your quarter. Standard coin mechanism is there. And then a spring for some reason. So, okay, just to keep the chain in check, I guess. Yeah, so I think that there's the connector for the coin mech. That's pretty much everything on this side. Let's move over to the middle. So this is your main trough. It does say use only 3 balls for operating this game. When me and Sean were playing, there was like 5 in there, and sometimes it was intermittent. I'm not sure why, but there is a ball separator unit, which directs the ball either to the left or right. And so it takes turns who it fires the ball to. And so if you activate that, let's see what happens. Can you see the ball in there? I thought that was a weird spot for the ball to be staged. I can't really tell for sure if that is supposed to be the case or not, but it works as it is. And then, so what happens is, let's see if I can do this. This giant motor, you can see this, moves up. Can I rotate it? And pushes the ball up that track and ends up stuffing another ball into the hole while popping this ball into the playfield, and this alternating unit pushes the ball one way or the other. Oh, but the wire is off on the alternating relay, so looks like one player is going to have an advantage at the moment. Now, I'm not exactly sure what modification this is or why, but somebody's done something with some Players Light cigarette packs, and that explains the little piece on the other side. But for the most part, this thing was working. We had to kind of tweak it a few times, but obviously to get it 100%, it's going to need some figuring. But there's the whole mech here that it's got the motor, and it just kind of spins around. This thing only goes back and forth and just kicks the ball into play. It's kind of neat. I think, is that it there? Slapshot Hockey Model 402, top cam, bottom cam. Brake to motor relay, impulse to reset relay, motor run. But there's original paperwork there, which is cool. And then you got your red player score unit. Oh look, another ballast starter is missing. So yeah, basically the same over on this side. And then here's the trough with your tie switch, ball lift motor, blue score switch, and twist tie for whatever reason. This comes with a couple extra red score reels, extra players paper if you need to tweak, and looks like one dude has been severely injured. I don't know when he was replaced, but it's a good thing he was. So there's someone was doing something with some coil. There's a metal coil sleeve. And then what do we got here? This is someone second slit, fourth slit. Maybe that was just using the cardboard. Maybe the diagram has nothing to do with anything. It's cardboard for the rigging there. Okay, this is the paper for the old isolation transformer, which looks to no longer be there. That was just an Ontario thing. Okay, so there's the extra balls removed. And then a bell, right. If you score a goal, I think that happens every time you score a goal, if I recall correctly. But yeah, so I thought it was worth documenting all of the internals and externals of this 1969 Chicago coin Slapshot, because I don't know how many of them are out there in the world, but it's very cool to stumble across one, and it's a good idea to document it all. Is that spring there just loose, or is that, no, that's just a holding the reset bank. And look at that, someone transported this maybe at some point and disconnected it because they marked blue for blue connector, orange for orange connector. Some tape on that one. But yeah, so I think that's about it. This is more documentation for historical purposes than it is super exciting slapshot action. That was in the last video. So if you want to see us play and kick each other's ass, check out that video. This was just more of a little tour and a walkthrough. So that's slapshot. Don't slap too hard or you know what'll happen.